All right. Market is open for business. Let's see, 15-minute. All right, we got these lows down there. 15-minute, about to get swept. There they go. Let's see what happens on the 1 minute. What's going on the 1 minute real quick? Oh, wow. I hate when it does that freaking crap. Wow. We are just dumping through. No sign of... Man. No sign of slowing down. Good morning, good morning. See this 1 minute candle. Got 30 seconds left. A lot of selling pressure here. Wow. Man, this thing is just dumping through. Let me see real quick. There's just no slowing it down. Holy crap. All right. Market is open for business. Let's see, 15 minutes. Bro, what the flip is... All right, we got these lows down there. 15-minute, about to get swept. There they go. Let's see what happens on the 1 minute. What's going on the... Bro, I don't know. Is it on? Good on? Oh, it's good on TikTok. Yeah, no, it's not looking like this sweep. I'm trying to see what else, what other levels we have down there. The next level is at 23,582. I'm trying to look on a bigger time frame. Bro, this is pissing me off. Something's wrong with my 23. Let me mark it out real quick. We have a major level on there. Just a second, real quick. I'm trying to yeah. Huh. I think it's the cable. The flip. Yeah, I'm using pivot points. The next area we kind of got down there. It dropped a little bit. So it's no longer really a sweep. I was looking for maybe a sweep down there. It didn't sweep it. Obviously we're closing really heavy, so the next area let's see. Next area is, let me see, 23. Oh wow. 23,587. 23,588. Oh my gosh, what's happening on the 1 minute? Are we starting to get that rip up? $23,588. Oh, come on, man. So 23,588 down there. We have another liquidity point. So I'll have that marked out like that. Yeah, it's good enough. Right, then we also got some up here. This one wouldn't be a bad one up here. I kind of like that for this area of liquidity. We have another area up there, so kind of stacked. Let me take this off. We have another one right there, so we'll see what happens there. If price tends to run up there. And then obviously we have another one. We have another one up here, right paired with that pivot point. So, got those levels marked out. Let's see what happens. Kind of pushing up, but we've already, when is that next 15-minute candle? Bro, what the flip is wrong with the... All right. It's NASDAQ futures. Sorry. We're pushing up. I mean, we've already, at this point, we've dropped pretty far. You can see on the 15-minute time frame, right? What's going on? Oh, we're starting to big wick up. Huge wick up. Holy crap. Big wick up, but obviously, I mean, not really the best long setup. So we got a gap up there. I would rather wait for a better setup and try to jump into this. It could reverse off this kind of old support, turn into new resistance. So we'll see what happens. Right, this gap, there's a gap right there in the market. We got this gap stacked on top of another gap. So obviously, if it inverses this gap, it's closing above this level. But I don't know. I don't really like it. We got this another big gap up here. It's just too much to hold price down. Really good wick up though. Crap. Really good wick up. Like the risk to reward just does not make sense, right? I mean, what is that? 20, 60, 120, 140. So I'd be risking to 20. Yeah. Like, although it's closing above the gap, pretty bullish. Well, it hasn't closed yet, but not worth it. Not worth it. Even though the 15-minute looks really good. Look at the 15-minute. Look at that wick on the 15-minute. Holy. Wild. But, can't. Sometimes even though the trade looks good, the risk to reward doesn't make sense, so. Sorry, Quick question, do you know what's going on with GTI? What GTI? So we're gonna pump this thing back up. Yeah, this NASDAQ futures. NASDAQ futures. So far it's rejecting. I mean, I personally would like to see that. What level is that I have marked out on? Let me see. I think I marked it on this chart, yeah? Yeah. Let me look. 15-minute. I had this, yeah. There's this other level here, but nah, I prefer that one. Oh, that pivot point's right there. See? It's dropping. It's failing to close above that gap. We're still dropping. The next level is that 588 level. It's way down there, so I don't see what happens. What's some brokers that I can use if I'm under 21? You'd have to do your I'm not sure. You'd have to do the research on that. Think we're going up or down today? If you look at the higher time frames, as of right now, we're pretty it's bullish right now. We've been kind of consolidating all freaking pre-market, but as of right now, we're pretty bullish. I mean bearish, sorry. We're pretty bearish as of right now. Rejecting off we're going lower, making new lows. About to make a new low on the session. So, to me, see, it doesn't really matter to me if it goes up or it goes down. Like, I don't really care if it goes up or down. I'm just waiting for my levels. Whatever levels get hit, price reacts a certain way off those levels, gives me an entry, I'll enter. Whether it's long or short or... So I wait for price to do whatever it wants to do and just react off of it. Alright, we took out, actually made a double bottom. We haven't made a double bottom. There's the break. There's the break. See, go lower. That 588 level down there. We move to a higher time frame on another other chart I have. This is on a 4-hour. Yeah, so it's like on a 4-hour time frame. We got that 588. 23 588 level. So down here. So down here we got a pretty big level down there on a 4-hour chart. Seeing if we could take, that's the next major level that I could take out to before it rips. Let me see. Forgotten news. Dang it. I think I checked yesterday. We had today's what? Tuesday. 8:30. So no major news at 10 a.m. So nothing there I have to really worry about. Let's see. How long did it take you to become profitable? Over 2 years. A little over 2 years. Alright, we're bouncing off. Trying to bounce off that pivot. See if we can get through that pivot. What asset is on the chart? It's NQ Futures, NASDAQ. Let's see. It's rip it. Rip it lower. So that's the next level of area of interest. We'll see what happens at this level. Maybe potentially get some form of a reversal off this blue line. Take it out, get that reversal. 10 a.m. paired with that 10 a.m. maybe a 10 a.m. reversal. Going to S2? Yeah, it's already at S2. It's trying to bounce off that pivot point. It's a sell day. I don't know. I mean, there's gonna be bounces. That's the thing. But you know, I'll just wait for price to do something and I'll react off of it. I don't want to try to guess what price is gonna do. Try to guess it's gonna go long or try to guess it's gonna go short, and then I'll just wait for price to do stuff according to my strategy and then react off of it. $61.8 fib level. Yeah, I don't really use Fibonacci. I know it works for a lot of people. If it works for you, that's it's good. Bouncing off that pivot. What's your best source of information while learning how to trade? Just YouTube. YouTube is probably one of the best sources. Just becoming obsessed with trading and learning about it. There's so much information on YouTube. There's learning different strategies and stuff like that. And you know, you learn support and resistance from one person, and you learn something else, and then you learn something else, and you kind of watch the market every day. Do you watch any TGR? Yeah, I've seen his videos. I watch his trading recap sometimes. I trade a little bit different than he does, but similar. Made 450 and then move up from the retrace, and it's on an eval though. It's good. Pass the eval. Getting that eval passed so you don't have to pay the monthly. Yes, NASDAQ. Man, it's having a hard time getting through that pivot. We're so close to that. to that level. If we can kind of, it's just retracing up potentially to go lower. We got a few gaps up here. Can push up to kind of rebalance itself to go lower. Where's the new support or bottom? This blue line down here. I know it's kind of hard to see. I mean, that's the next area of interest. It's on a 4-hour. If you look on a 4-hour chart, I don't have a 4-hour chart on here. I got to figure out how to. So, I have it on my other monitor. But there's a major level at that 588 level. 588 level on a 4-hour chart. So that's the next area. If we can get down there, which we could. I disrespected the first level, so no trade there. Wait for the next level to see if it reacts off the levels, you know, that I want it to react off of. So if it breaks down below the blue line, it's a drop even more. No, what I'm looking for when I say reaction off these major levels is for price to come down, take out that level, and then buyers start to step in. So I'm just looking, like these blue lines I have on my chart, right? I'm looking for buyers or sellers. So if price, for example, runs up here, I have blue lines, these kind of blue lines up here. See, these are major levels that on a 15-minute time frame where price reacted heavily off of, right? See, price came up here, reacted off that level. Price came up here, reacted off that level. Price came up here and then dropped, reacted off that level. So essentially what I'm looking for price to do is, for example, come up to a level, wick it out, meaning take out that level, and then start reacting to the downside or upside, depending on, you know, where the level is. And then I look for an IFEG, like an inverse fair value gap, to get inversed. And then I take a long for whatever the next internal liquidity is. Just quick scalps. I don't hold for long term. Dang, look at that push up. We could just be rebalancing back to this gap to fill in this imbalance to go lower. But took out that 1 minute liquidity. Now I don't trade these 1 minute liquidities. I've gotten wrecked way too many times on them. I stay out of them. I stick to the major levels on a 15-minute time frame. No big news today. We had news at 8:30, but that was pre-market. So far, yeah, no more news on the session. So that's good. I don't have to worry about that. I'm hoping we get that drop for, what time is it? It's almost 10 o'clock. Crap. I was hoping we could get down there for like that 10 a.m. reversal. It's alright. We'll see what happens here. I'm patient. I want price to come to me. I don't want, you know... Unless drunk comes out says we ain't cutting rates. Yeah. Bruh. That would drop. I don't know. Unless, I don't know what the market expects him. Yeah, if he just came out of the blue and said something like that, would not be pretty. Probably. No, not yet. I'm still waiting. First level was this, this level right here I have marked out, but as you see, we just dropped straight through that level. My next level is down there on the 588, around that level. 23, 588 down there. If we can get down there. So far, we'll see. I mean, if we can't get down there, it's fine. I'll put, if it could push up to this, there's a pivot point up to this next major level. I really like when these pivot points align with these major levels together like this. It gives me extra confidence in those levels. How do you come up with that number? What do you mean? So these levels, that number is just, they're levels on see these levels on a 15-minute time frame. This bottom level that I have is on, I have it marked out, that's on a 4-hour time frame. When I say 23,588, that's the price of like NASDAQ price. So like 23,588 is like that level I'm interested in, price wise. So price, like right now, price is at 23,695 right now currently. I know you can't see it on the screen, but it's just the price of NASDAQ. What is a pivot point? So pivot points are just I don't know how it calculates them, but typically they act as like support and resistance for major. It calculates these levels somehow. I'm not exactly sure how the calculation works for these levels, but I just know that, you know, they work pretty decently as like, I don't trade off of these pivot points, but when I'm in a trade, I'll, you know, understanding where it is, or for example, me taking a trade, like if one of my levels aligns with a pivot point, it gives me more confidence in the trade. So if it takes out the pivot point level and then starts dropping below, it gives me an extra level of confidence. But you can see, like, see this pivot point right here? You can see how price, I mean, went down there and pretty much bounced off this pivot point down here. So you can see they do work pretty well. Bounced off this pivot point, then we kind of pushed up, got a rejection off this pivot point. Yeah, I wouldn't use them to trade off of, but use them as gauges when you're in a trade, or extra levels of confidence. And 23,653. Well, that was when I said 653, that was just the current price of NASDAQ, where it sits on the chart. The next level I'm interested in potentially is 23,588, and 23,588 is like a major level on like a 4-hour. If you go to a 4-hour time frame, you'll be able to see. Let me see if I go to a 1 hour. I probably can't see it. I need to figure out how to get more data on this chart. This chart only goes back to like August 14th. I don't know why it does that. I need to adjust this. But on my other chart, I could see that there's a big level on that. So we're dropping. So far we're rebalancing to that imbalance, and we got another bullish imbalance here. If we can kind of drop through. So far we're kind of, you know, making lower highs. So failing to break the highs, making lower highs, potentially go lower. 5,900 SPY incoming. Did you learn how to trade? Did you watch any boot camps beforehand? No. I never watched any boot camps. I never bought any courses. No, nothing. And I don't recommend people buying courses or anything like. It's just. And the reason I don't recommend buying anyone's course is because, first of all, there's so much information on YouTube. Second of all, you don't know if that person's strategy will work for you. It's the thing about trading is, one person's strategy may work for them, but then you try it and it just does not work. You know, it doesn't work with you, with your psychology and all that. So I would just, you know, tell people not to waste money on courses, especially with all the information. I mean, this is not a race, right? It's not a race to try to get all the information at one time. It's not going to be possible. But what I ended up doing is I just became obsessed with trading, and I watched a lot of YouTube videos. I watched this trader, took something from this trader. I learned support and resistance from this trader. I learned, you know, kind of like trend lines from this trader. And then I learned fair value gaps from this trader. And then I learned this from this trader. And I just kind of learned a bunch of stuff and figured out what I like to trade. And eventually. I mean, it does take longer that way, right? Because you're looking for a strategy, you're learning a bunch. So it's not, you know, super fast, but in the end, you end up learning a lot and figuring out a strategy that you want to use. And once you figure that out and you stick to that, that's when the progression really starts. When you start sticking to one strategy and using it. And watching the market's a big one too. Just sitting there and kind of watching how price action moves and being able to predict it. And just because I can, like, you know, predict where price could go at the area it is sometimes doesn't mean I need to take a trade. I wait for my setups, right? Like, I knew price could reject off of here, right? I know there's an imbalance right there, so price could have a form of rejection there, but does that mean I'm going to take that trade? No. And I know price could bounce here because there's another bullish imbalance right there. And if it gets through this bullish imbalance, it's probably going to go to the lows, you know, so. Yeah, I went straight up raw. No course to protect me. Do you recommend paper trading and figuring out? Yeah, that's so, to be honest with you, me personally, and this is just my thought, what I think personally, the best route to kind of go through is have a simulated account, right? Because you're not wasting any money with a simulated account. So when you get a simulated account, you know, you're learning a bunch of different strategies, you're learning about trading, you're kind of trading on a simulated account. And then when you figure out a strategy that you like, that you want to use, that works for you, and you can prove on a simulated account that, you know, it works for you, you've been trading pretty well in it, then you can move to a prop firm route where you can buy an evaluation, you know, quickly, you know, pass that evaluation, get funded, start getting payouts, you know, and then you could scale prop firms. Prop firms you could really scale. I mean, there's so much opportunities in prop firms that, you know, but especially if you know how to trade and you got good risk management. With prop firms, you can get accounts with this prop firm. You can get accounts with this prop firm. Apex allows you to have up to 20 accounts. You can copy trade those 20 accounts. You can have, you know, more prop firms with that account. And you could really scale your trading a lot. So, starting to push through that imbalance. Wow. If we start... A lot of resistance. We do have an imbalance on a 15-minute time frame, right? You can see it right here. There's a big imbalance on a 15-minute. So, I mean, it could reject. It could push through those highs and reject. Let's see what happens. Now, would I want to take the short? No. It still hasn't closed above that gap. Let me see. I don't know if I should mark that 15-minute imbalance. Right? Really big 15-minute imbalance right there, as you could see. So, if it closes above this 15-minute, we're probably going to keep pushing up, but... But then also I'm looking at this. See, it's failing to close above this gap right here. I mean, we got a lot of resistance up here. A lot of resistance, right? So going long here is just not smart. We're below view up or below the 200. We've got so much resistance up here. It could take out this high and then dump. Let me To me, that feels too much and overwhelming. I've been learning our lives in paper trading. I've seen numerous TikTok videos where there's people who go to video boot camps and then have a whole notebook filled with info. What's up? Yeah, it's sometimes it could be overwhelming. I mean, it's just like it's a long-term game, right? The problem is with a lot of people that a lot of people want to learn trading in like, you know, a month or two, and they want to learn it within the first year and become super profitable. It's just not feasible. Like, it's a long-term game. The longer you do this, the better you get at it, right? The better your psychology becomes, the better. I've come a long way even myself, and I'm still learning, right? I'm still learning, so I'm still trying to improve, you know, where I can do better, where I can get out of my trades earlier, and, you know, it's a long-term game. But yeah, I mean, buying someone's, I guess you could. I wouldn't spend a lot of money on someone's course. I mean, most likely it's not, you're gonna learn something, but there's no course out there, I think, that you can like buy that course and automatically, oh my goodness, I'm a profitable trader now. I don't know. Maybe it works for some people. I don't. I've heard a lot of stories where people have wasted so much money on courses and stuff like that. It's just, I don't see a reason when there's so much, that same information is on YouTube, right? You could find it. Just, you need to do a little extra work in finding that information. And even the people who sell courses, right? Most of them have YouTube videos on that same information. The only difference between a course that someone sells is they're just laying out all the information, right? They're laying out all the information for you instead of you having to go through their channel and find, you know, those videos where they talk about it. So my entry 23,695 and I'm out. 23,6. Yeah, I mean, made some money. Honestly, TikTok and YouTube is the best teacher. Yeah, you can learn from I learn from other different people. Everybody kind of trades. Everybody kind of trades a little bit differently, right? So if you can take something from somebody and take something from another person and kind of, you know, figure out what works best for you, what you like, how you see the market move, and if you can manage risk correctly. What do you think is going to happen with NQ? So far, we're right at view up. So this is a chop area. Usually when price is at view up, it tends to chop sideways. So price is just, we got that 200 right there. I'm predicting there's going to be some chop here, sideways action. Or it takes out this high and dumps. I don't know. So far we're bullish. I mean bearish. Freaking A. We're kind of closed above this gap, but we got so much resistance up here. See what happens. No, I don't use TradingView. I never use TradingView. But I mean, people use it. People say it's good. The only reason I don't use TradingView is I have Thinkorswim charts, but back when I used to trade options, so I just use those charts for my like what's it called? Charting. But I use NinjaTrader too. Thinkorswim is just a higher time frame levels. But I gotta figure out how to do it on NinjaTrader, how to get like those 4-hour levels on here. because it goes to like a couple days back. I don't know why the data only goes like a couple days back. I need data from like a long ways back. That's fine. I'll try to figure that out. Is resistance measured by sideways move like we see now? No, resistance is just resistance is like area where price is typically going to reject. Like when I say, typically when I say old support becomes new resistance. If you ever heard me say that, right? So old support. Support is like an area you see when price kind of starts to bounce off of. So levels of support. Right? So like for example, you see here, right? Price is kind of like coming down in essence to like a support level, right? There's previous lows down here. So this is a support level. You see price bouncing off it and then it fails it. So old support becomes new resistance. So it breaks this old support. Now it returns back. See what price did? It returned back and this old support became new oh shoot, my bad. You can't even see that. Hold on. Hold up. So this old support, right? It broke and now this old support pushed back up and became new resistance. So it rejected off it again to go lower. So now we're at like a resistance area. This top right here is kind of like a resistance, right? So, and then when price pushed down here, we had a bounce earlier. This is a support level again. See, it kind of swept this low and now we're pushing back up. Oh, wait. Right click data series and data there. You can put how many days you want it. Oh, okay. We can, I'll do that later. I don't want to, but yeah, I'll try that later. I got to do that because I mean, I don't like need it because I have it on my other chart, but it would be nice to have for the live to be able to show like the levels I'm marking out. But yeah, I appreciate it. Where are we going from here? So far, I mean, I said we're probably going to go sideways right now until kind of price decides what it wants to do. We're at view op, right? A lot of times, like I said, view op is an area of just chop. So, and this is a major level. It's kind of coming up to a major level that it swept. I mean, not it swept, it broke down. Now it's kind of retesting that major level. There's, in my opinion, there's nothing to do here. It could either reject off here, off this major level, reject off view op and start dumping all the way back down. Or it could start breaking up and start, you know. But view op is always a iffy area. Unless it aligns with like a strategy you already have. View op is typically chop. See how it's chopping near view op? You just don't want to get stuck in this chop. It's the worst. When you're in a trade and it's just chopping like this, it's the worst. It's gonna dump. I mean, right as of price sits right now, it's pretty bearish. So it's pretty, you know, it's in my eyes, it's more likely to dump than go up at this point in time. That's not to say it won't go up, but at this point in time, I think it's more likely to dump than go up. Like probability wise, right? We're below the 200, we're below the view op, we're below this major level, so it's not having the strength, you know. It's kind of rebalancing into this, you know, into this gap. But once we start failing this gap, I mean, price could start to really start to drop if we can't hold this gap. It hasn't even taken out that high. Oh, that internal high up here. This one right here hasn't even taken it out. It's because we got, yeah, it's rejecting right. View op is pretty much right under that 200, like right where that major level is. Right here is view op. So it's you gotta be patient. See, with trading, you gotta be freaking patient. I know sometimes it's so freaking hard to, and it gets hard when you're patient, and you end up taking a losing trade. It's just a part of trading. I mean, that's the hard part, is sometimes you wait for a trade, you're waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and you finally get the trade, and it's a losing trade. That's just a part of it. And being able to not get over emotional, just trading your strategy, is just a part of it. It's a part of becoming, I think, a successful trader. There's the drop. This is NQ futures. This is big money. Yeah, so when they say, typically when they say big money, right? What they mean is like, and this is kind of, I guess, how I look at trading too, is when you have like hedge funds and institutions that trade hundreds of millions of dollars, right? They can't buy like we do. Like, they can't just buy at a certain level, like down here, and then sell up here, right? Because they trade such heavy volume, they typically average into their positions. So like the theory is, right? So that's the theory of why they say why price ends up sweeping certain levels. Like, for example, here, like you'll see this a lot. You see how price, and this was pre-market, right? But was it pre-market? Maybe it wasn't. But like what price did right here, you see how price came down? It took out this level here, this level to the left. It took it out and then it moved up. So in essence, I mean, there's a lot of volume down here. So the like institutions and funds that are trading big size, the theory is that they're averaging in down at these levels. So that's why a lot of people have their stop losses down here. There's just a lot of volume traded in these levels. So they're able to get into bigger positions or average into bigger positions with more volume. That's what the theory is. But I don't know why ever it does that. But the market likes to take out lows and highs and move, you know, and that's kind of why I use it. See, it took out this low, right? And it moved up. And then you have another high right here. Look what happened. Price moved up. It took out this high. And what happened? Price reversed off that high. So doesn't really matter why it does it, as long as, you know, you realize that it does do it. But the theory behind it is not really too important. In simulation, just made 460 in that little dip. Yeah, that's good. It's a W. If you take a trade and it's according to your plan and you execute it and you have a winning trade, that's awesome. That's a W. It's even if you take a losing trade, if you can learn from that trade, something, it's still a W. Or if you took everything according to your plan and had a losing trade, it's still a W in my book. As long as you follow your plan, it's a W. Gosh, come on. It's freaking view op. I hate when price is near view op. No, this is NASDAQ futures. Is this a gamble most of the time? I mean, trading is in essence, it is a gamble. Anytime you take risk in life, it's a gamble, right? Starting a business, you're taking a risk. There's a possibility you're losing money. I mean, you're gambling in any business you start. Anytime you're putting in money to something and the outcome is not guaranteed, it's a gamble, right? Like working a 9-to-5 job is not a gamble. You show up, as long as you show up, you're making money. Starting a business, you're investing a lot of money into something that may not give you the return you're looking for. So it's a gamble. Trading is the same thing, right? It's like you just look at it in terms of probabilities. Nothing is for sure in trading. There's no such thing as a strategy or an indicator that's gonna just, you know, you're gonna know exactly what price is gonna do. You look at trading as in terms of probabilities. You find areas in the market that offer you the best probability to hit your TP. That's it. And you manage risk correctly because you're going to take, you know, losing trades. Probability, you can get into a trade and, oh, at this area, there's a higher probability that price is gonna hit my TP. And then as price action starts to develop, probability may shift against you, where now it's at an area where probability is more likely to hit your stop loss, so you get out of the trade, right? You just take a little bit of a loss because you don't like it anymore. To flip money, you're taking that gamble. Yeah, it is a gamble. but it's calculated. You know, it's not, you're not what's it called, pushing the lever on like a slot machine, right? It's calculated. You're managing your risk correctly. You have a plan going into it, right? It's not, you're not willy-nilly buying at random areas and just hoping it goes up in your favor. It's never gonna work out that way. You have to have a strategy where, you know, you're waiting for something to happen in price where it gives you the best probability that you're gonna make, you know, money. What's VWAP? It's spelled VWAP. It's VWAP, and it's pronounced it's VWAP. It's pretty much what it is. It's the volume weighted average price. So a lot of times price likes to retrace to VWAP. It's the volume weighted average price. So when price gets to VWAP, it's pretty balanced, right? That's why it typically goes sideways. Like VWAP right now, I'll figure out how to get VWAP on this chart, but VWAP right now is like right under this 200-day EMA. It's right under here. So you could see when price hits VWAP, it rejects off of it. It goes sideways. Because bears and bulls, price is very balanced at VWAP. So that's why it typically goes sideways. And then when it starts breaking further away from VWAP, price typically likes to accelerate in one direction as it moves away from VWAP. And the general thing is, anytime we're above VWAP, we're bullish. Anytime we're below VWAP, we're bearish. Like the overall, like the sentiment, right, of the day. So like right now we're below VWAP. So we're bearish right now on the session. It's almost like looking at it as a tug of war, right? It's like anytime it's a tug of war between, say, bulls and bears, right? And anytime we're above VWAP, the bulls are winning. Anytime we're below VWAP, the bears are winning. So in this instance, the bears are winning, and you could see like we're getting moves to the upside. That's not to say we're not getting moves to the upside, but like, right? It's overall is a downward, you know. It's not getting that upward continuation. Tug of war. Yeah. It's a tug of war. Do you trade the same stock? Yeah, it's the future. Yeah, I trade the same future every day. Future Nasdaq. I trade Nasdaq every single day. For past 2 years, I've been trading Nasdaq every single day. I don't see a reason, other than Nasdaq and S&P 500. I don't see a reason to trade anything. I mean, there are people who trade gold and stuff, but like, if it works for you, if you like it, but I think it's good to stick to one thing and just master. Like my goal is to master one thing. To watch price action on Nasdaq so much where, you know, I've seen it so many times. That's why I can call out usually like these 10 a.m. reversals. I know it likes to do that, reverse at 10 a.m. There's certain things that, like characteristics that it has that I just know it likes to do. Yeah, I use Thinkorswim just because I used to use it when I traded. I used to trade options. Before I went to futures, I used to trade options, and I have Thinkorswim from when I used to trade options. But would I recommend getting it? Probably not, unless you want to get it for like charting, like getting it as a charting platform. But like as a futures platform, nobody uses Thinkorswim for futures, really. I use a futures broker, a specific futures brokerage, like for Ninja Trader is what I use. But the charting is a little bit better. Like I use Ninja Trader to execute my trades and stuff, but in terms of charting, I mean, it is better than Ninja Trader when it comes to charting. So I just use Thinkorswim just for my charting. I have my indicators already on. I just didn't see a reason to get something else when I already have all my indicators on there from options. All right, we're coming down. See if we can keep pushing down. I'm still new to this, so bear with me. Oh, it's fine. Honestly, I don't mind questions. I know some people on lives don't like them, but I really don't mind them. Do you have to purchase the future or stock before you trade? Yeah, so in essence, I mean, futures, it's like the whole like intricacies of what a futures contract is. You're pretty much buying, it's a little more complicated, but it works the same way as stocks, right? You are trading contracts, but it works the similar to stocks. You're just buying contracts. Like right now, we're on the what? Actually, they're expiring soon. I'm on the September 25th September 25th expiration, right? So we're gonna roll over right soon. We're gonna roll over to a new contract in the future. So, but it's not you're just buying regular like you would a stock market. You're just buying 1, 2, 3 contracts based on the risk you want to take and selling it. But it's nothing, you know. You can watch a video, they'll explain it better, but like what a future contract actually is. I think like, you know, there's futures for like there's like crude oil futures, there's corn futures, there's like back when futures actually started, like farmers, for example, a long time ago. I don't know if they still use it, maybe they do, but I know like a while ago, like farmers used to actually buy futures contracts. Like to be able to buy, say, corn at this price in the future. So they kind of lock in a price for themselves for inflation and all that. So it's pretty cool how actually it works. Like, because it's funny because, like, if you trade, for example, like, in the live market, right? In the live futures market, if you trade, like, corn, for example, and if you're somebody who like holds corn past the expiration or whatever, like there's a possibility that you'll get like freaking 20,000, you know, corn delivered to your door. Like if your contract exercises, like technically you're buying corn. So, but I don't know if that's ever happened to anybody, but technically you could buy the corn if you're trading corn or crude oil. If you're trading crude oil, you could actually buy the crude oil. So it's pretty interesting. If you like, you can watch a YouTube video of somebody talking more about it and explaining it a little bit better than I do. I just trade the price action. I don't know exactly like the too detailed into it, but you got swept on? No, it hasn't taken out my level yet. I'm waiting for the blue line down here. This is the next level down here, blue line. So we rejected. Let's see what happens next. New daily low. Yep. New lows. Bro, you still gambling? Yep. Every day. Every day we're gambling. Three trades today, 2 wins, 1 loss. I'm out for the day. That's good. That's a good day. 2 wins and 1 loss, pretty good. How many trades do you take? So typically most of the time I take 1 trade a day just because I'm patient for my levels. Usually I get 1 trade a day, sometimes 2 trades a day. There are days where I take 2 trades. If price action is really good and it's just getting, you know, hitting my levels and I'm able to take entries, usually 1 to 2 trades a day. I don't think you should take more trades than like typically 1 to 2. If you're patient for trades, usually that's what feel like that's what the average trader takes too. About 1 to 2 trades a session. So the blue line at the top would be considered the resistance. So no, this blue line I had, it was an area of interest. It's a major level on a 15-minute time frame, right? Like here. This is why I had it marked out. You see this kind of like support down here? Where price bounced off this level and then had a massive reaction. So that's why I have this level marked out, as potentially I thought market could open and it could potentially take this level out and we could start pushing up. But obviously it didn't do that. It just dropped through that level. But that's a major level. And that's why you kind of see price come back up to it. It retested it, right? That's why you saw... I was looking for a sweep to potentially keep going higher, but as price dumped through it, it invalidated that level. And that's kind of why you see price push back up to that level. And you could see it's rejecting off that level. It's a major level, so it's going to have some form of, you know, weight to it in terms of... But yeah, this is, in essence, this is a resistance now. This used to be a major level of support, this blue line. Now that it broke it, right, old support becomes new resistance. Now it's going to become major resistance when it comes back up to it. So that's why, right, you see it rejecting off it. Oh my gosh. Every time it pushes down to that level, it gets bought up. Are we going to sweep it again? Think it's going to be stuck. Consolidation until Ukraine and Russia peace. I don't know if that's going to happen anytime soon. I hope that does happen. But, yeah, man, it's... How about taxes? Do they get complicated when you're earning money from stocks? I mean, I mean, it depends. Everything, obviously, I'm not a tax advisor, but like, with prop firms, right? Prop firms pay you out as a subcontractor, so prop firms will give you like a 1099 at the end of the year. Obviously, that's going to be different than when you trade a live market. When you trade if you trade a live market, yeah, it's different. There's a lot of intricacies when it comes to, I'm not a tax advisor, but there's a lot of, if you hold short term, if you're buying and selling within the same year, or if you're buying and selling and holding longer than a year, there's different. But I mean, I wouldn't say it's hard. It's not really hard to do it. It's not like you have to calculate stuff yourself. I mean, brokerages usually do this stuff for you. Give you printouts if it's a live market. Are brutal in short-term games. It's so dumb, plus the odds. So that's why a lot of, like, if there are traders who are very good at trading and they trade the live market, right? A lot of traders can move to futures, because there's a big tax advantage with futures markets. You can look it up. I don't know exactly what it is, but futures markets, there is a tax benefit when doing futures. The way you're taxed in a live market. So that's why, like, if I was to trade a live market, it probably would be futures. Yeah, there's a lot of, like, intricacies. Futures has benefits to it. Like, futures has benefits to it that, like, the stock market doesn't have. Especially especially for the person who makes a lot of money trading, right? It could really, those benefits could really stack up. But I don't trade the live market. I mean, there's prop firms out there, so I don't see a reason why I would, unless I start having issues with prop firms where it makes sense to go to a live market. But as of right now, I don't see there a point to it. Like, you can really scale with prop firms. Yeah, there's more rules, but you know, it's just a part of it. It's such a trade-off you have to take if you want to. What is prop firm trading? Prop firm trading, in essence, it's on a simulated account, but what you do is these companies, they're called evals. Yeah, you pass evaluation accounts. So you kind of buy an evaluation account. You have to follow a certain amount of rules, reach a certain profit target. When you reach a certain profit target, you pass the evaluation. Then you pay a little bit of like an activation fee. Some prop firms don't have an activation fee. Some prop firms do. but you in essence then get a funded account where it's still simulated money. But in the funded account, when you reach a certain profit target, you can start requesting payouts. You know, you follow the rules, you reach a certain profit target, you can start requesting payouts. So the cool thing about prop firms, if you know how to trade, right, you can in essence invest little money and get like pretty big returns on your money if you're, you know, if you know how to trade. And then you can just start getting payouts where you're still in a simulated account, but you can make real money. So, and then some prop firms do eventually, like if you take enough payouts over time, some prop firms will put you in an actual live account. And that gets a little bit debatable. Some traders don't like that because a lot of traders think it's like, if I'm gonna, so I have to, you know, follow all the rules of a prop firm. They put me in a live account. Why wouldn't I just trade my own live account? At that point, some traders do that. If they get put in a prop firm live account, they just trade their own live account at that point. They don't want to be in a live account. But that's like a whole different, you know. But that's the basics of how it works. Could you make a video on showing step-by-step how to purchase futures? I mean, I could, yeah. It's not, I mean, it's not complicated. Once you have I don't know if you've ever used like a brokerage account. You can, that's why the best way is to get a simulated account. Like maybe NinjaTrader. I think NinjaTrader has. You can set yourself up, you know, with a simulated account. And then with a simulated account, the cool thing is, right, you're using fake money with a simulated account and you're able to learn how to buy and sell and, like, you know, to go short, you sell market and then buy at a lower price. To go long, you buy market and then sell at a higher price. And then you really learn how to trade and you get confident so that when you go to prop firms, you already know how to trade. But it's very easy. It's not, I mean, there's nothing complicated, especially with futures. There's nothing complicated about buying and selling. Yeah. Yeah, NinjaTrader is a futures brokerage. There's also, I mean, do your research what you would want better. I think there's Tradeovate. I mean, TradingView. But I personally use NinjaTrader. They're a popular futures brokerage. And most brokerages, I think most brokerages offer simulated accounts. All right, we're pushing down to that blue line and see what happens. I don't like that we have resistance up here now. I hate when there's... All right. We'll see what happens at this level. We're approaching. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Haven't taken it out yet. Is that previous week low? I didn't even notice. I just saw it was a major level. I guess this is previous week low. That's nice to know. If it could take out previous week low, let's see if we can get a reaction off it to potentially take a scalp. We'll see. Did it fill this imbalance? Yeah, so it filled this imbalance, rejecting off it. See what happens here. I just hope it doesn't do this. I don't know why the market's been doing this lately, but lately it's been coming so close to taking out these levels and then just reversing. It's freaking wild. How many times yesterday, how many times it did that where it didn't take out a level but reversed off it, like getting really close to it. Oh, it marks it on. That's pretty cool, actually, to know. Yeah, I'll be back. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick before we take out this level. Perfect timing. Let's go. Let's see what happens here. Is it gonna dump through it? See, the risk to reward. Essentially take a... So far it hasn't taken out any highs. That's the only thing that kind of worries me about this kind of price action. You can see it's not taking out any highs. So gotta be careful with that. I don't want to get caught in a... Did you wash your hands? Yeah, I'm a fast hand washer. Wash, 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 rinse, 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 dry, dry, dry. I just wipe my hands on my clothes. All right, we got this gap. Let's see. There's a tiny gap. There's a very tiny gap there. The only issue, we have this internal level, right? So now this kind of... Hopefully if price takes this out, closes, it doesn't sweep this internal level and then drop. We'll see what happens. Have you done... no, that's like one of the only things I've never traded is Forex. Forex is the only thing I've never traded. I've done penny stocks, I've done options, I've done stocks, I've done all that stuff. Holy, there's another gap up here. Maybe. This, depending on how this candle closes. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. And I'm kind of looking at the 15-minute chart, like the wick that forms, right? If the lower we push, the bigger the wick. When we do get a reversal, right, we're going to get a big wick. When does this 15-minute candle open? When is the next crap? What time is it? I can't even... Oh, 1 minute? What the heck? 15-minute candle opens in 1 minute. Wow. Hold on. 10 seconds. T20. Let's see, 80. We'll see what price does here. So I'm just trying to calculate risk if I do get into this trade. Let's see what, if it can give me a good setup. I think that 1 minute candle already, or let's see. Let me wait for this candle to close to make sure. Crap, I don't have the 15-minute. Let's see. Let's see. 5 seconds left. Looks like we're still closing below. Let me go switch to the... Alright, 15-minute time frame. So we had that 15-minute, new 15-minute candle open. So we could see how... Are we going to get a push out of this level, or is it just going to keep dropping? But this is a major level, right? And if I do take a quick scalp, right, it'll just be a quick scalp. Let's see. Still rejecting. The only thing is, depending on risk to reward, there's an internal high right here. And then there's another high up here. It's not getting the push out of it that I want to see. know if I should take profit at these. 61, 60. Yeah, it'd be like a 1-to-1 with these highs up here. 30 seconds left. Still rejecting. It's having trouble. 20 seconds left. Take a stab at it. Oh, wow, it's just dropping. These little gaps do not provide the right... wow. Wow. That sucks. Holy crap, did not just give me any kind of... dang. Oh, this market just keeps dropping. There's no reversal at all. Really? Kind of created a structure now. Just has no momentum to keep going up. Go into a 30-minute gap. It's already at the... there's a... well, I'm looking at a higher time frame. Let me go to a 15-minute. Dun, dun. Bro. Come on, man. Can we get a reaction? Maybe. Let's see. Just if I have to re-enter, I have to re-enter of a smaller size and maybe it's not getting the upward momentum pushed through it. It's having trouble. Man, how do you take that message off? I can't. Alright, let's see. Can we get the push? Can we get the push? Can we get the push? Just keeps making lower highs. That's the dangerous part. And you have to size according. It's not breaking any structure, not. I don't. To be honest, I don't know. I wouldn't recommend doing real money, but. Let me see this real quick. Maybe I'll enter in again off this. If it breaks it again, I'll maybe try this again. Took a small loss on the first one. See if this could really get the momentum to keep going. But yeah, the balance, that's different. I mean, that's as little as you can, I would say. Oh my gosh. Come on. But I would recommend, yeah, I would recommend simulate it and go with prop firms. I don't recommend doing real money. I don't think there's a point when you can really scale prop firms. I'm gonna try this one more time. See if we can get that movement back up. Potentially, maybe this, probably 621 level would be my... It's just not getting the movement up. Sellers are being very aggressive. Should I go? Maybe I'll go for a higher. There's a pivot point there. That's the only issue we have. There's a pivot point there. I'll go for a base hit for now. Size down. It's a little bit of a riskier trade. We're not getting, the reason we're not getting sweeps of highs yet. It just keeps making lower highs. So that's why it's a little bit of a dangerous trade to take. Look at this. Every time we get a push up, we just get a drop back down. Prop firm recommendation for newbies. For newbies, I think Apex is good because it's pretty cheap to get an evaluation account with Apex. To get an evaluation account with Apex, it's like $33. It's a very cheap price, so. And you pay monthly for that evaluation, pretty much. Bro, this is not my day today. This is wild. It's just not giving me anything today. If this stops me out, I'm done for the day. I'm not trading anymore. Bro, seriously? What the flip, man? How many evaluations do you pass? Well, one evaluation equals one funded account. If you pass an evaluation, you get a funded account. So, bro, today is not my day for price action. Golly, today I'm getting... Oh, I should have known this was coming. It's not taking out any highs. When it didn't take out this high, I knew this was like... This is just... See, these are the type of days I can't trade. If it does not take out any highs and just keeps going lower, making lower highs, these are the type of days where my strategy does not work. That's already two losing trades. I went light size, but still, it's like, man, this sucks. Just making lower high, lower high, lower high. It's just very bearish, very strong to the downside. That's it. That's no more trades. Hourly? Let's see. Oh man. I have to adjust my thing on this chart because it's set so dumb. It's set to like 3 days back. This does absolutely nothing. Let me check on my other chart. I mean, it's... Yeah. An hourly did get inverse. There's another level down there. I'm not taking any more levels. Today's not a day for me to continue try to push it when it's just not working. It's not sweeping any highs, so that's like a big red flag for me. Do you only use one strategy or do you have multiple? Right now I only have one. Right now I only have one. Maybe I should I mean, there's other strategy I can use, but yeah, for me, another thing, once a level does not work one time, I need to not take that level again. If it fails one time and it starts closing back above, it's best not to take it again, in my... Like, see, the strategy worked good yesterday, right? Strategy worked good yesterday, and today, anytime, like I said this before, anytime we get, like, movement, like a trend to one direction, it doesn't work. Like, when you keep getting lower highs, this was the big red flag for me. When price came up here without taking out this high, that was kind of a red flag. And then you see it just doesn't, anytime it pushes up, it doesn't take out a high. So it drops, pushes up a little bit, right? Drops, pushes up a little bit, drops, pushes up a little bit, and it's just failing to make, you know. Knife catching master. Yeah, sometimes it just, I said this before, I like for me, anytime we get trend to one direction, it does not work good for me. Ugh. Ugh. Watch, it's the last gap, the last level that I don't take, this happened one time. The last level that I don't take is going to be the level that works out perfectly. Watch, I'm going to see what happens at that. There's one more level at, it hasn't swept it yet. There's one more level at 502. $23,502 level. And there's a pivot point there too. There's a level literally right here, but I don't know, we'll see. Considering it's failing to make newer highs, I mean, I really should not take any more levels. If it sweeps one more time. Well, the problem with that is we're making lower highs. We're not taking out any highs. It's just like such a... it's such a bad sign. Yeah, there's that 505 level. That's kind of the last level other than... I mean, as is... until a long ways away. See, it's retracing back to this resistance, so now it could drop. I should have never tried that. Once this trade failed one time, I should have never took it again. I took it on even smaller size, so it's very small size, but like still, I think it's better to stay out of it than to take small size. Every time it pushes up, we just get a big drop down. What time is it? Oh, it's already 11 o'clock. Freaking A. Yeah, there's that 505 level, but like I said, I mean, it's on these kind of trend down days, the strategy does not work. So it's like, should I take the trade when it's not been, when it hasn't been, looks like it's not been working today? Yesterday it worked. Today. And that's a part of it too, is understanding when it's not working to not take any trades. Because like every time they push it up, it just gets brought right back down. So that's the only thing that kind of worries me. We have a pivot point down there too, but we'll see. Oh man. What's it gonna do? For pull longs right now. Hell no. You want me to blow my account, huh? I want this level to get taken out. What's the exact let me see. The exact low is 503. 503 is the exact low. There. I wouldn't mind a long if it took out this level. But considering today's price action, it's very dangerous to take longs. Bro, look at this. It's just trying to catch a falling knife. It's trying to catch longs. Man, this NASDAQ is making me tired. Sorry. Probably making everyone else yawn. Come on, do something! Holy. Sideways action. You're killing me. Have a nice day trading, guys. I'm done. Have a good day. Thanks for stopping by. It is probably a good time to call it a day. It's already 11 o'clock. Bro. This is going sideways. What do you trade on for platform-wise? I use Ninja Trader. Someone bit me, little bastard. I use Ninja Trader. Right now, bias, we're very bearish, very bearish. But I typically like to take reversal trades. Today, not getting any sort of reversals at all. Sold one micro at pre-market, took it at the bottom at 467 profit. Dang. Nice. Now this is NASDAQ futures. Is it gonna take out this level? Bro, it's just been dropping ever. Look at the 15-minute chart. Holy crap. Look at this 15-minute chart. Disgusting. Like, no bounces off these levels. Like, this is a day where it's just like you saw yesterday, took out the level perfectly, got a big bounce off the level. Today, it's just one of those days where it's not bouncing. Tomorrow, other day, bro. Yeah. Yeah, that's a big thing of realizing when it's not working today and coming back the next day. See you tomorrow. Peace out. There's this one more level. I don't know. I should... It's like, it's... Should I stay out of it? Because it's not... Looks like it's not working today. Or should I just take it with very small size? Potentially make back the loss on the first. It's not sweeping it, little bastard. Sweep it! Looking back, I wish I would have taken out one mini. It's always easy to see in hindsight, but then, you know, when you're going to end up doing one mini, then it's going to go against you. And then you're going to say, oh, I wish I would have done one micro. I'm gonna hop off at 11, around 11:30. Only got $50 from today. That's good. 50 bucks is good. Bruh. Every time you're up, I'm down. Every time you're down, I'm up. What is up with this? I was up yesterday. Today, today is not the day for me. Starting to form like a structure breaking out of it where off of this kind of just curious to see what happens here. Could this be a I need to go to... I need to go to bed earlier. Man, I don't get enough sleep. Yeah, I lost a little bit. I took this first inverse here. I knew the probability was lower. The fact this was the biggest red flag for me in the morning was when we failed to take these highs up here. When we failed to take those highs, I was like, oh crap. And then you see it just ever since it fails to take a high, and it's like I understood that this is like it was a red flag that it was failing to take highs. Like I said, usually these trend down days where all we do is just go lower and lower and lower and lower, those don't work good for me. Yesterday was a good day for me. Today was a day where I should have not taken any trades. But that's hindsight looking back now. I'm just going off 1 day candles. We're in a downtrend for the last 4 days. Yeah. It's, we are in a downtrend on the bigger. But, like, I'm a scalper, right? I don't take big moves. So, like... Yeah, I'm on Apex. I trade with Apex. Is it gonna reject here? How you like it? I mean, so far, I don't have a problem with them. So far, it's been good. I have 10 funded accounts with them. If it follows down, could you sell and make money, recover the loss? Yeah, you could. I mean, I wouldn't do it. It's just not my strategy, so I wouldn't want to, you know. Because the problem is me taking a trade, you know, not according to my strategy. If I do end up losing money, then it really like pisses, it makes me mad. It pisses me off because if I lose without following my strategy, then I end up going, why didn't I just follow my strategy? Why did I, you know, you start questioning. If I lose and followed my strategy, then it is what it is. It's just a part of trading. Yeah, I have 10. I have 10 50. Well, actually, I have 9 50,000 funded, and then I have 1 100,000 funded. Yeah, it's like, and if I was to want to do like a different strategy, right? If I was to want to take like maybe a oh shoot, maybe if I what the flip? If I wanted to take a strategy where like something different, right, than my normal strategy, I would buy more, I would get more evaluation accounts. So I have a set of accounts, I have one strategy, I have another set of accounts that I use a different strategy, and so on, you know. Maybe in the future, after I pass these accounts, I'll get a different strategy to where maybe like a break and retest strategy, right? Like a break of a support to come back and retest it for a short kind of deal. Something like this, right? Like a strategy like it breaks this heavily and then price comes back up to retest it. But the problem with this is, what if it's a sweep? Like in hindsight today, it looks good. Right? But there are certain days where when price sweeps it and goes higher, you get wrecked on those days. So just like with any strategy, you need good risk management. Are they good with withdrawals? Yeah, they're decent. They're pretty decent with as long as you follow rules. And what's a sweep? A sweep is when price takes out a low and then moves higher, and that's kind of what I look for in my strategy. Is what I say when we have these trend down days. For me, it does, like, my strategy doesn't work with these trend down days because this is what I'm looking for. What happened in pre-market today? Like, see how price, what price does here? You see this level right here, right? On. So, right, you see this level right here. How price, how price came down and swept that level and then moved up. So when there's a big level and price comes down and takes out the level, so it, like, you see it took it out, closed, it went below that level and then ripped right back up, that's called a sweep. So there's sweeps on all time frames. Obviously, the lower time frame sweeps typically a lot less probability because they fail. Like this one right here. See how it swept it and then failed? Why is the market going down? There's no high impact. I mean, it's just today's one of the. Sometimes it just goes down. They're not necessarily a reason, just more selling pressure, right? For some reason today, there's more selling pressure than buying pressure. So it's just a bearish type of day. Maybe there's some news on why it's doing it. Maybe not. I mean, yeah, a lot of times that could be a reason. Like if a tech company like Nvidia, if like Nvidia for example has a bad like something you know negative, or some like Nvidia has a bad day or whatever, it tends to take the market with it. Because Nvidia and all these some tech companies make up a big portion of the market, so when they have a bad day, the whole market tends to kind of follow it. Yeah, and tomorrow's FOMC. So tomorrow could be chop in the morning. I don't mind chop. To be honest with you, I prefer like big chop moves versus big trend days like this. Because usually chop, if it takes out a level and then chops right back up, I love those. I love kind of range days when it, you know, when it does that. But when it's just moving to one direction, no, this is NASDAQ. What time is it? 24. I'm gonna hop off in like 5 minutes. I was looking for a potential sweep off this low right here. I have studied and I have played with demo and paper now. You have inspired me to get into doing it. It's fun. I mean, I do it for like, right? Like this isn't like any main source of income or anything for me. I do this for fun, just like other people, you know. It's like other people have hobbies and stuff that they like to do. I do this as a hobby. Like I really enjoy, like, you know, watching price move, being able to predict it, you know. As long as you manage risk correctly, I mean, it's fun. It doesn't get fun when you're too heavy sized in and then you're stressing out, and you know that becomes too much anxiety. Look at the Mag 7 when I take a. What is Mag 7? I've never heard of that. What is Wolf? This is futures, so that's a stock. I can't pull it up. Different market. Never took out that last level. I don't know why the market's been doing this lately. It comes so close to taking out a level and then moves right back up. Now finally it's starting to starting to shift without taking out this low. Starting to shift back up. You see market structure starting to make higher lows now. Higher low, higher low, higher low. Now it's starting to shift to the upside. I would have preferred it if taken out this low, but da, 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 da. Man, we'll see tomorrow. I think tomorrow is going to be in the morning. It's going to be a little bit of a chop fest. Could bring some good. It could bring some, you know, good trades in if we can take out levels. But if we're doing this kind of thing, it's not going to be good. where we're like getting close to taking out a level but not taking it out. And we're moving up. It is what it is. Low standard deviate. No, these are pivot. These are pivot points. These blue lines I marked out on the chart. The red lines are pivot points. And this is no, this is Ninja Trader. 23,600. This could, I mean, this could very likely be a decent short because this is rejecting off a major level. This major level is going to hold as resistance potentially. So, yeah. But that's that. Yeah, I'm going to hop off. I'm not going to get any more trades in today. I think I'm done for the day. Come back tomorrow, maybe get some good trades in tomorrow. But yeah, I'm gonna call it. Y'all have a good day. Don't take any more trades if it's not working out for you today. Better to come back tomorrow and just, maybe catch a good trade tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Tomorrow's FOMC, so we'll see how it happens. But have a good day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.